Hi again and welcome to this video. This is part 4 of my homemade PCB production series. In this part I will demonstrate how to etch your PCB, and copper will be the exact shape you wanted. So keep watching till the end, and without any delays, let's get started. Last time we applied the black printering onto the PCB copper side, so all the parts which we want to be copper at the end is now covered with black ink. Our goal today is to put that PCB in a substance that eats copper, so it dissolves all the copper that are uncovered in ink and leave the covered PCB parts. That substance might vary a lot. I'm not a chemistry teacher, but there are many substances that could be used, beginning from a substance called ferric chloride to a lot of different formulas. But quickly though, let me demonstrate a simple chemical reaction. If you don't want to be bothered with that, just jump to the next chapter. Ferric chloride reacts with bare copper atoms, producing ferrous chloride and cuprous chloride. Then ferric chloride reacts again with cuprous chloride, resulting in ferrous chloride again and cupric chloride. At the end, cupric chloride reacts with copper again, resulting in two cuprous chloride molecules. It's a bit complicated, and I might have accidentally said something wrong, so feel free to tell me down in the comments if you have any other point of view for the reaction. The reaction will etch the copper and eat it completely. But now let me show you another thing, this white substance. Sometimes stores wouldn't be able to ship such a dangerous ferric chloride chemical solution. It might be powder and you add a certain amount of water to it, or it might ship you a different etching substance like this. This is not ferric chloride but does the exact same job, etching copper. I diluted those powders with some water. Well, not some, but depending on the exact ratio needed. Safety should be number one in your work. This time, you have to work in a well-ventilated area. Don't smell chemicals a lot, and definitely wear gloves and eye protection. This solution might not be very dangerous, but ferric chloride is dangerous. So please bear that in mind. I used the warm water, not cold, to add those to the powder, and by warm I mean about 45 to 50 degrees Celsius. The warmer the water, the faster the reaction. But don't put boiling water, you don't want to breathe toxic water vapor. Plus, each solution will tell you how much you could heat it before it's dangerous. Plus, if you use ferric chloride solution directly, you could place your whole working container you are working inside in a hot bath. After preparing everything, I got the PCB with the ink on it and put it inside the container, copper facing up, and opened the nearby fan and went outside the room. Again, depending on heat and the substance used, etching could take from 15 minutes up to hours. Well, in case of hours, your solution is either very diluted or doesn't work. The problem in leaving your PCB for long times, more than an hour, is that ink itself will start dissolving, so parts which you want as copper at the end will be etched, which will be a bad thing and will be, of course, irreversible. So always target fast etching process, and here is a warning. Don't use any metal object beside the etchant or the containers. The solution will eat it as well. Use glass or plastic only. Well, as you might know from previous parts, I'm super lucky, and the etchant didn't work properly at all, and I intended to make a fast motion footage of the process, but it's been half an hour and nothing even happened to the PCB. And my phone's battery was drained. As I said, I'm super lucky. In such situation, you could re-add or recycle the etching solution, heat up things as safely as you can, and just ask God that your PCB doesn't get destroyed. But believe me, if you got a good new etching solution, it will finish and complete the etching by a maximum of a half an hour. When to stop etching, you ask? Well, when you see that all the uncovered copper is dissolved. A cool way to verify that all uncovered copper is etched is to get a phone flashlight and light the container from the bottom. Light should go through the etched copper parts, but shouldn't pass through unetched copper. That's why I suggest using a transparent or semi-transparent container to do so. When you finish, using gloves or anything like it, remove the PCB, clean the ink on it with any tool to expose the final copper trace and shape, and try to dispose the chemicals in a safe way. And by that, congratulations, your PCB is almost ready, and you could already see the shape of the copper traces. And that concludes this video. Hope you learned something new. If you have any tips, concerns and questions, don't forget to tell me in the comments below. I offer all my contents in Arabic and English. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and meet you in the next time where I will drill the PCB.